SprinkCODE 2002 is a tool for determining the required density, remote area size, hose allowances, water supply duration, and system area limitations for a hazard. Key graphs, density factors, and remote area size factors are taken from the codes and incorporated into this powerful tool. With SprinkCODE 2002, you can also produce water supply curves and search for sprinkler models with the head selector. SprinkCODE 2002 is designed to work with the PDF version of the NFPA 13-2002 code. This is included with the software package. Press on the Density Selector tab to open the selector screen. Use this screen to determine the code options for your project. The screen is divided into the Conditions area, the Summary area, the Detail area, and the References. Criteria specified in the Conditions area are used to set the information in the Requirement Summary. Each line of the Requirement Summary represents a designed approach with its own density, remote area size, etc. Examples of design approaches are area density, ESFR, large drop, or specific application. When the hazard and commodity have been specified, other checkboxes and cells become available to further refine the specifications for your project. Let's assume that you have a building with a hazard classification of Ordinary Group 1. Start with the selections in the Conditions area and select Commercial from the Hazard drop-down list. Next, select Ordinary 1 as the commodity. More cells will now become available. The system type will be wet. Enter a building height of 12 feet. Next, check ceiling pitch over 2 and 12. The rows in the Requirement Summary area show the options for the selected criteria in the Conditions area. In this example, 6 rows are displayed. The first 4 rows are for area density applications with spray sprinklers. Remote areas are specified for ordinary temperature and quick response sprinklers. The 5th row is for large drop sprinklers. The 6th row is for a specific application high-density sprinkler with a K factor of 16.8. As each summary row is selected, the details and references below change to suit the selection. For example, the row with a quick response sprinkler option is selected above. The Details area for this option shows that the design area was increased by 30% and then decreased by 37%. Also given are hose flows, water supply duration, and system size limit. The References area below this provides more detail and identifies NFPA 13 code references. The Remote area was reduced because of the quick response sprinklers, but was then increased due to the ceiling pitch. If you pick on one of the code references, NFPA 13 will open in PDF format to the correct location. The references and values are dynamic as criteria are changed. For example, in the ceiling height box, enter 10, and the remote area adjustment will change from 37 to 40% as specified by code. Click on the Summary area in the 3rd row. This option uses standard spray sprinklers. Note that the Quick Response Area adjustment has disappeared from the Details area. The Remote area is increased to 1,950 square feet because of the ceiling slope, but is not reduced since Quick Response sprinklers are not being used. This is an example for rack storage. Under Hazard, select Rack Storage up to 25 feet, and then select Class 4 for the commodity. A new set of data input cells will appear. The system type will be wet. The rack type will be double row. Enter a storage height of 24 feet and a building height of 27 feet. The aisle width will be 6 feet and the rack depth 10 feet. Leave all the sections below this unchecked. Pick in the Summary area and move through the rows with the arrow keys on the keyboard. There are several design approaches listed. ESFR options with varying K factors, area density approaches with various levels of in-rack sprinklers, a large drop sprinkler approach requiring in-rack sprinklers, a specific application sprinkler with a 16.8 K factor. Details for every option in the Summary area are displayed in the Details and References area. Click on the Summary row with a standard 11.2 sprinkler and more than one level of in-rack sprinklers as shown, and observe the results in the Details area. The final required density of 0.28 over 2,000 square feet is the result of interpolation based on aisle width between two charts and a 20% reduction. This is based on using ordinary or intermediate temperature heads. Click on Encapsulated Commodity, and the density will change from 0.28 to 0.345. Imagine how long it would take to find all these options by searching through the codes by hand. All hazard requirements must be checked with the applicable code. The code reference makes it easy to find the appropriate code sections.